Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Murray Grey judging for 2023. Our judge today is Mr. Kurt Wise from Southend Murray Greys at Katanning in Western Australia. And the first class to be paraded is the Junior Murray Grey Heifer, and that will be class 199, heifer 8 months and under 12 months. And we'll have catalogue numbers 541 and 542 parading. Please note that catalogue number 540 has been withdrawn, and I'd ask all exhibitors to notify the stewards of any further withdrawals today. That's a big help to us. Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, the result of class 199, which is the Murray Grey heifer, 8 months and under 12 months, First is catalogue number 542, Shell D Dream Girl, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. And second is catalogue number 541, Hideaway Park Lindy T40, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. And I'll now ask our judge, Kurt Wise, to comment on these two heifers.
First of all, I'd just like to thank the Show Society for the invite here today. It's a privilege to travel from Western Australia over here to judge. I'll move straight into my judgments on these two heifers. The heifer I put in first position, she's clearly an eye-catching heifer. When she walked into the ring, she is the older of the two, which I had to have a close look and make sure that it wasn't just the age that pushed her out in growth, but her overall structural correctness, femininity through the shoulder, and she's actually got a fantastic neck extension and carries a very tidy head. Not taking anything away from the heifer in second position, but I think she's just a little bit outdone on growth and power for today. She's overall structurally sound, and hopefully she'll grow into a good female. Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt. We now move to class 200, which is a Murray Grey heifer, 12 months and under 14 months. And I think we have catalogue numbers 543 to 545 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 200, which is the Murray Grey heifer, 12 months and under 14 months. First, catalogue number 545, Rochelle Linda T110, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And second, catalogue number 544, Shell D Miss Film Star, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these heifers.
Well, we've got three very stylish young females here that have got a lot of potential to grow on through the breed. But when they all first came in, the heifer I placed up in first position, she caught my eye with her fantastic top line, her easy mobility, and plenty of red meat over the top line, which is fantastic to see in a female. But she doesn't give any femininity away up through the neck and cleanness through the shoulder. It was, in my opinion, a clear winner in the class, especially when I got behind them all and you could see the width of pin. The production end, in my opinion, is the back end. It's where all the business is done. The milk's made and where the calves come out. So the udder development there is tremendous. She stands fantastic through the hind quarter, and I think that's where I put her up over the two other heifers in the class. Even though she's an older animal, there's not a lot of age difference between these animals, and I think that if you put them over the scales, the animal up in first position would have a fair bit of weight in her. This heifer in second position, fantastic up through the front end, really clean, smooth over the shoulder, really feminine up through the neck and through the head. Great over the top line. Probably like to tidy her up over the tail head a little bit. Would be my only thing, but fantastic heifer and very, very structurally sound and moves very freely. Her udder development and structure of that udder is probably the only reason she's got up over, and a little bit more growth for age is the only reason she's got up over the heifer in third position. Is also a well-worthy entry, and congratulations.
Thank you, Kurt. We now have Class 201 to parade, and that's the Murray Grey heifer, 14 months and under 16 months. And we have catalogue numbers 546 and 547 parading. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 201, which is the Murray Grey heifer, 14 months and under 16 months. First is catalogue number 547, Kingsgrove Rose T1, exhibited by Catherine Taylor. And second is catalogue number 546, Hideaway Park Burnie T27, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these two heifers.
Yeah, as you can see from the sideline, you see there's a huge amount of growth difference in these two animals. Not that made my mind up straight away when they came in the ring, because you know you've got to look through all the aspects of these animals. Even though there's a growth difference, there is a slight age difference. But I have gone with the large heifer in first position here. Even though she's got a fair bit of bone and a fair bit of volume and a huge amount of growth about her for her age, a tremendous amount of growth. She carries it well enough, and I had to put my hand on her shoulder to make sure, that she wasn't too heavy and thick bone through there, which she's not. She carries a bit of softness through that shoulder still. And as you see her standing there now, she stands with great presence in the ring and also moves with good mobility around, and that a well-worthy winner of first position. But not taking anything away from this heifer in second position. The more and more I looked at her, you looked into her, and she's actually very structurally sound, even though she gets well and truly overpowered for growth on the day. In another day and a few more years, she might catch up to the others. And there's actually a very hard heifer to fault. And congratulations.
Thanks, Kurt. The next class to be judged is the Murray Grey heifer, 16 months and under 18 months. And we have catalogue number 548 to parade, thank you. If there's a representative of the Murray Grey Society nearby, could they please report to the announcers area just to discuss presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 202, which is a Murray Grey heifer, 16 months and under 18 months. And first is catalogue number 548, Hideaway Park Felicity T25, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will comment on the heifer.
Unfortunate for a quality heifer not to have any competition, but that's how these things go. A well-worthy winner of the first place in this class. I look forward to seeing her in the coming up for junior championship position shortly with a little bit of competition. But a well-worthy winner and very well put together heifer. Congratulations.
We usually get you to sign the Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of the Junior Champion Murray Grey Heifer for 2023, and we have catalogue numbers 542, 545, 547 and 548 parading. Would the second place getters in the junior heifer classes for the Murray Greys stand by in case you're required for the judging of the reserve junior champion heifer? Thank you. We'll have catalogue number 544 to parade as well, thank you, for the judging of the reserve junior champion Murray Grey heifer. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior champion Murray Grey heifer for 2023 is catalogue number 545, Rochelle Linda T110, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 547, Kingsgrove T1, exhibited by Catherine Taylor. And the grand champion, or the champion, is being sashed by Sandra Martin. I'll ask our judge, Kurt Wise, to now comment on these heifers.
I just first of all like to start with congratulating all the exhibitors that have got animals out here. It's a credit to you for going to such an effort to bring them into a world of concrete and glass. But and there's some fantastic females down the back there, and not taking anything away from them. That they've made it out here, winning their classes, and that's a credit to them. There's a lot of good in all those animals, but on the day you've got to come out the top with a champion in reserve. And today I thought we've got a well-worthy winner of a champion. Very, very structurally sound, very well put together. Plenty of red meat over the top. Great width from behind. Already showing a good art of development there underneath, and fantastic hoof structure and with that sort of power, with a young female, she's also carries it well and has plenty of smoothness up through the shoulder. When you get your hand on her, she's beautiful and soft, and has the perfect amount of finish on her for today. And also, I really appreciate her fantastic strong head. I know that you don't eat the head, but the head tells a story to me. And when you get a head like that on a young female, and it carries right through the body, it's quite impressive. And look forward to seeing her success or endeavours in the future. Congratulations to the breeder. I really did deliberate between our reserve and a couple of other animals out the back, and I just had to go through with the power and the growth for age. She was just overdone by the champion a little bit for structural correctness, but an overall exceptionally powerful female with a huge amount of bone, and I don't think she's even finished growing yet, and I think she's going to be quite a substantial female when she finishes up, and a credit to the breeder, and you can see the type that they're going for. And yeah, congratulations to all the exhibitors in the junior heifer section. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. We now move on to the beginning of the bull, the Murray Grey Bulls classes, and commence with class 204, which is a bull 8 months and under 12 months, and we should have catalogue numbers 545 to 553 parading. Thank you. And again, I ask if there are any late withdrawals, please advise the stewards. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have weight sheets, please note that the first two catalogues, the weights have been transposed. So for 549, read 550 weights, and vice versa. So for catalogue number 549, he weighs 404 kgs with an average daily gain of 1.20 kilograms, P8 and rib fat measurements of 6 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 90 square centimetres. And for catalogue number 550, weighs 335 kilos, an average daily gain of 1.08 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 6 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 65 square centimetres. Catalogue number 551 weighs 498 kgs with a daily gain of 1.33, P8 and rib fat measurements of 10 and 8 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 87 square centimetres. Catalogue 552 weighs 586 kgs with an average daily gain of 1.56 kilos. P8 and rib fat measurements of 11 and 10 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 107 square centimetres. And catalogue number 553 weighs 379 kgs with a daily gain of 1.01. P8 and rib fat measurements of 5 and 3 millimetres, and eye muscle area of 60 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 204, which is a Murray Grey Bull, 8 months and under 12 months. First, catalogue number 552, Carlinga Thunderbolt PB, exhibited by Kim Carlton. Second is catalogue number 551, Baroona Park Trademark, exhibited by DG and S.A. Taylor. And third is catalogue number 549, Hideaway Park Toyota, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on this class.
What a great class to see in the juniors here with 5 young bulls up. And I wouldn't say I have a clear winner out the front here. I debated between the first and second, and they were very, very close. On a different day and a different judge, you might have seen him put a different way. But today I just went with a refinement and the lift in the shoulder and the overall structural correctness and quality of this animal in first position. You know, he's got the eye-catching look about him. He's got a fantastic head on him. He balances it through a nice, smooth shoulder. But, you know, I want to see a little bit of power through your bulls, because they are bulls, and that's where your red meat comes from. And he's got enough of that and a great width over the top line. And his overall lift from the shoulder and I think the angle of hock is what put him over the bull in second position, which is the heavier bull on the day, although and he carries a little bit more bone, but he's a fantastic young bull, and it looks like he's got a fair bit of growing to do. He's got a great top line, beautiful soft fleshing type of bull, and he moves freely, very freely for his weight for age, and he also carries with that bone. It looks like he's got a fair bit of doing ability and softness in his coat, which is a credit to him. Not taking anything away from the 3 bulls down below here. They're just a little bit overpowered and overdone on structural correctness today, but they also took some splitting to bring the 3rd place position up. It was probably a little bit more growth for age and weight for age that put him up over the bulls in 4th and 5th. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next class in the Murray Greys is Class 205, Bull 12 months and under 14 months, and we'll have catalogue number 554 parading. Thank you. This bull weighs 536 kilos with a average daily gain of 1.38 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 8 and 6 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 101 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 205, which is a Murray Grey Bull, 12 months and under 14 months. First is catalogue number 554, Monterey Trademark, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. And the judge will comment on these single bulls in the judging of the junior champion. Catalogue number 555 weighs 618 kgs with a daily gain of 1.34 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 7 and 5 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 110 square centimetres. And so the winner of Class 206, which is a Murray Grey Bull, 14 months under 16 months, is catalogue number 555, Monterey trademark T143, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. And again, our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will comment on these bulls during the judging of the junior champion bull. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the judging of the junior champion Murray Grey Bull for 2023, we have catalogue numbers 551, 554 and 555 parading. Correction. Correction, that is catalogue number 552. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior champion Murray Grey heifer bull for 2023 is catalogue number 554, Kalinga Talisman PB, exhibited by Kim Carlton. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 552, Kalinga Thunderbolt, exhibited by Kim Carlton. The champion bull is being sashed by Virginia Veronica Roche. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these two bulls.
Congratulations to all exhibitors in the junior bull class. You got 3 fantastic bulls that rose to the top here. Very, very hard to split these 2 bulls. You can speculate all day that the bull in reserve, you know, he's a few days younger and he's a few kilos lighter. But it was probably just that overall fat cover and the extra eye muscle area and structural correctness and of this bull in champion. He's standing in front of us here today and he's already done it. You can't speculate. He looks good. He's in perfect condition. He stands there well, and as soon as he walks in the ring, he just says, "Look at me. You know, I'm here and I mean business." And I think in the stud game, you know, you've got to look for that little bit extra. And that's not saying the bull in second position doesn't have that either. He's just the bull in champion. He's just got that meat over the top, and it was the real swinging point for me was just a little bit more depth of muscle down the thigh and a little bit more width over the pins and over the plates. Other than that, very, very similar in type and very hard bulls to split. A credit to the breeders and not taking anything away from the other bull out here today that didn't get up into the championships. He's got a huge amount of capacity, and he'll go a long way. And he's got a lot of bone. Hopefully he'll grow a lot. It looks like he's got a long way to grow, and he'll have his place in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. We move now to the judging of the senior Murray Grey cow or heifer for 2023. And in our first class, 209, that's heifer 20 months and under 24 months. We have catalogue numbers 556 and 557 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 209, which is a Murray Grey heifer, 20 months and under 24 months. First, catalogue number 556. Rochelle Leone S193, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And second, catalogue number 557, Rochelle Sapphire S290, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these heifers.
Today in this class, I see the grey-coated female at the top as a clear winner. She came in the ring. Growth and refinement through the hindquarters is what it has got her up today over the second place female. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kurt. The next class is 210, which is Murray Grey cow or heifer, 24 months and under 30. And we have several withdrawals. We have catalogue number 558, 559, and 561 withdrawn. We have catalogue number 560, catalogue number 560 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 210, which is a Murray Grey cow or heifer, 24 months and under 30. First is catalogue number 560, Baruna Park Serafina, exhibited by Amelia Taylor Rose. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will comment on this cow during the judging of the senior champion cow or heifer. We now have Class 211, which is a Murray Grey cow, 30 months and under 60 months, and catalogue number 563 parading. Please note that catalogue numbers 562 and 564 have been withdrawn. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 211, which is the Murray Grey cow, 30 months and under 60 months. First, catalogue number 563, Baruna Park Millie Rose, exhibited by Amelia Taylor Rose. And again, Mr. Kurt Wise, the judge, will comment on this cow in the judging of the senior champion cow or heifer. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the judging of the senior champion Murray Grey cow or heifer for 2023. We'll have catalogue numbers 556, 560 and 563 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Murray Grey cow or heifer for 2023 is catalogue number 560, Baruna Park Serafina, exhibited by Amelia Taylor Rose, and the reserve champion is catalogue number 563, Baruna Park Millie Rose, exhibited by Amelia Taylor-Rose. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these cows.
And wow, what a stylish class of females that we have here. When they came out in the ring, both these senior females were an individual class. Overall structural correctness and that little bit more refinement through the shoulder and lift up from the shoulder and probably her age and youth might have done that, but is the one reason she's gone over this huge capacity cow in second place or in reserve champion position here. This cow in reserve champion's got a massive amount of capacity, and you can see that's where she gets her doing ability from, and she's carrying a large amount of condition, but you can see that she's doing that off her own back, carrying through from that rib capacity, and the rib angle that she's got is tremendous. And if we all had a paddock full of cows like this mature female in second position, I don't think we'd be too disappointed. Absolute credit to the breeders, and thank you very much. It was a pleasure to judge.
I'll be back in a minute, Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't mention earlier that the cows were sashed this morning by Marion Randall, formerly from Broad Gully, Murray Grey Stud at Wandoan. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the judging of the Grand Champion Murray Grey cow or heifer for 2023 and catalogue numbers 545 and 560 parading. The Grand Champion receives the Elders Shield of Excellence, sponsored by Elders for all breeds, and is being presented here this morning by Eliza Connor from Elders Stud Stock Rockhampton. And there is also product from the International Animal Health Products, which will also be presented today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Murray Grey cow or heifer for 2023 is catalogue number 560, Baroona Park Serafina, exhibited by Amelia Taylor Rose. Now, the Grand Champion receives the Elders Shield of Excellence, as I mentioned earlier, sponsored by Elders and most appreciated by the RNA, and being presented here this morning by Eliza Connor from Elders Stud Stock Rockhampton. Also, some product from International Animal Health Products being presented here this morning by Chris Booby. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on this cow.
Congratulations. As you would have heard, I've made comment on the structural correctness and the overall type of this female, but I just congratulate all the breeders on the animals that we've had out here today. Huge effort to bring them here. Thanks very much to the sponsors that are presenting the award here now. Without sponsors, you struggle to have a show, so thank you very much for that. This cow just ticks all the boxes for me. She's got the refinement through the shoulder, she's got the udder, she's doing the job. She's doing the job, and she's carved down as a 2-year-old heifer. And as most commercial production heifers that are carving down around that 24 months continue the perpetual cycle of of the timing that we carve, and if they can do the job at that and then come out and continue to grow on and look as good as what this female does and have the refinement and the correctness throughout her body and the overall quality that she oozes is tremendous. And congratulations to the breeder. But I did have to deliberate with that young heifer down there, and I did make comment to the breeder or the handler before that it'd be fantastic to see her here in 12 months or 2 years' time with a calf a foot, very much the same as this grand champion female. Congratulations to all the exhibitors, and it was an absolute pleasure to judge, and I hope you can appreciate the type of the animal that have rose to the top here today, and the type of animal that I believe will go on in this breed and in our industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. Don't need to whistle to get that cow's ears forward. Oh, right, eh? Want to get a drink or something, Kurt? Yeah. What have we got left? Senior bulls. Yeah. There are some groups. Then does the junior bull come in? Yeah, junior bull. Yeah, okay. So you don't do the bulls altogether?
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, in the honour for judging a class 187, here through 14 weeks and under 16 weeks, with 1 in 10 in class. We actually now have 3 classes in a row of single entries, and the final round we have our junior champion bull.
When you've only got 1 or 2 in a class, you sort of, you go see winning. Sometimes I'm sitting there going, should I just say? Yeah. And yeah, we've got to start with Fleckvieh.
Past 10, we'll only just have enough time.
Yeah.
Groups take their time. All right, I'll get the bull out. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of the senior bull classes is class 212, bull 20 months and under 24 months, and we have catalogue number 565 parading. This bull weighs 718 kgs with a daily gain of 1.14 kilos. P8 and rib fat measurements of 16 and 9 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 123 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 212, Murray Grey Bull, 20 months and under 24 months, is catalogue number 565, Shell D Mr. Mascot, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. Now, our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will hold his comments until the judging of the senior champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have Class 213, which is the Murray Grey Bull, 24 months and under 30 months, and we should have catalogue number 566 to parade. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 213, which is the Murray Grey Bull, 24 months and under 30 months, catalogue number 566, Shell D Mr. Real Deal, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will reserve his comments until the judging of the senior champion bull. And for your information, the bull weighs 834 kgs, a daily gain of 1.09, P8 Catalogue number 568 weighs 938 kgs with a daily gain of 0.95 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 10 and 8 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 122 and 14 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 133 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 214, which is a Murray Grey Bull, 30 months and under 42 months. First, catalogue number 569, Red Gum Royale, exhibited by Veronica and Jim O'Shea. And second is catalogue number 568, Rochelle Ringmaster R201, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And our judge... Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you that there is a skin check booth behind the announcement tent here. Free skin check booth, and with the sort of heat that we've had in the last couple of days, a visit would be very advisable. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Murray Grey Bull for 2023 is catalogue number 565, and that's Sheldie Mr. Mascot, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 569, Red Gum Royale, exhibited by Veronica and Jim O'Shea. And the senior champion is being sashed here this morning by Millie Taylor-Rose from Amelia Park Murray Grays at Toowoomba. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on these bulls.
Well, what a pleasure to judge these bulls. An absolute powerful lineup of senior bulls. Rising up to the top here, we've got our grey-coated youngest class senior bull. His overall refinement and smoothness through that shoulder, and carries himself exceptionally well. He's got adequate growth for age, and I think bring him 12 months ahead and to match the age of the bull in reserve champion, and I think he wouldn't be any shy of the weight. So today, that's why he's come up, and his overall hoof structure and mobility and presence throughout the ring, and structural correctness throughout his body and thickness over his top line. He's got adequate eye muscle and fat cover for his age, and will continue to grow on and be quite a successful bull through his career. In reserve, an absolute powerhouse bull. Standing there at over 1,000 kilos, 1,026 kilos, just over 3 years of age.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 215, which is the Murray Grey pair of bulls, 8 months and under 24 months, bred and owned by the exhibitor. First is catalogue number 570, exhibited by Kim Carlton, and second is catalogue number 571, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will comment on these bulls.
Well, I believe in this class, as soon as they came in, you could see the first place getters are clear winners. Evenness in type, structural correctness, very hard bulls to fault. You've got a class winner at the back and your grand champion bull at the front, and both bulls are exceptional bulls, and I think they go a long way to be beaten. And that's unfortunate for the second team. They've come up against such an outstanding, even, well-structured team, standing in first position. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the judging of Class 216, which is Murray Grey Breeders Group, and that's 3 animals, both sexes to be represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor, and all animals must be entered in the general classes. So I believe we have catalogue numbers 572, 573 and 574 parading. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, after the judging of the Murray Grey groups, there will be a further judging event, and that is for the Supreme Murray Grey exhibit, and that's involves both the Grand Champion Bull and the Grand Champion Cow to receive the John F. Sturgeon Memorial Medallion, and that'll be presented here today by John F. Sturgeon's grandson, Jack. Now we move to the result of Class 216, which is the Breeders' Group, and we have catalogue number 573 is first, catalogue number 574 is second, and catalogue number 572 is third. And that's the first is catalogue 573, exhibited by Marilyn Hanson. Second, catalogue 574, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And third, catalogue 572, exhibited by Wendy McDonald. And the animals are being sashed here this morning by Marilyn Hanson from Shell D Murray Grey Stud at Kingaroy. Our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on this class.
Congratulations to all the exhibitors of bringing their three animals out and putting them up against each other. And if the first lot would like to lead off, I'd just like to show their mobility and overall structural correctness, and that's what's pushed them up to the top here today. Led by a very handy grey-coated bull, and he moves well. He's well put together. He's got adequate growth and growth for age, and I've made a few comments about him previous today. And to lead the group out, he's a very handy bull, and followed by two very similar typed heifers, and that's what's put them up here today. And their overall evenness is what's put them in first over the second place here, led by a very powerful bull and then a very handy, well-growthy female. But yeah, just evenness in type is what's put them down in second. Unfortunate for the third place positions, they were just outpowered today with growth for age and overall structural correctness. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the final Murray Grey Group judging for 2023, and that's Class 217, Progeny Stakes Group of 3 animals, both sexes to be represented, and all the progeny of one sire or dam, but not necessarily owned by the exhibitor, and all animals must have been entered in the general classes. So we should have catalogue numbers 575 and 576 parading, and attention to the final judging event here today, which is not in your catalogues, and that is the Supreme Murray Grey exhibit, judged between the Grand Champion Cow and the Grand Champion Bull, and receiving the John F. Sturgeon Memorial Medallion, presented here today by his grandson, Jack Sturgeon. But right now we have catalogue numbers 575 and 576. Ladies and gentlemen, the result. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 217, that's Murray Grey Progeny Stakes group of 3 animals, both sexes represented, all the progeny of one sire or dam. And we have first is catalogue number 576, Glen Liam Farm Natrad, exhibited by Paul and Lynn Richards. And second is catalogue 575, Kalenia Fraser, exhibited by Wendy McDonald, and being sashed here this morning by one of our lovely showgirls. And ladies and gentlemen, our judge, Mr.
Through his females, and they definitely all carry that same type of thickness over the spine. As
Where's our sturgeon boy? Oh. How are you, Peter? No, that was me. Supreme Murray Grey exhibit for 2023 is catalogue number 560, which is Baruna Park Serafina, exhibited by Amelia Taylor Rose, and being the trophy is being presented here today by for the John F. Sturgeon Memorial Medallion, presented by his grandson Jack Sturgeon. And our judge, Mr. Kurt Wise, will now comment on the winner.
Well, I couldn't be more happy with the 2 animals that I've rose to the top here to come out for Supreme today, and to receive a memorial trophy is always an honour, and congratulations to the winner here today. But you could go either way with these 2 animals. Very, very hard to fault. Just had to go with the cow. You know, she's doing the job. She's a first carver. She's calved around that 24 months of age, and she's doing the job on her calf. Structurally very sound, and behind the shoulders, and fantastic top line, and where the business end is down the back end, she's got everything in the right places, and everything you want to see in a young female. This young heifer is doing the job, and congratulations to the breeder, and an exceptional young bull that she did come up against today. But maturity is hard to beat, and it'll be interesting to see how he continues on in the future. And I just finish up by saying thank you to the Ekka Show Society for the invite. It's been an absolute pleasure to come over here today. They turn the weather on for everyone, and I'm not sure they call it the Sunshine State for nothing. So it's good to see a bit of sunshine from where I am from in Western Australia. And congratulations to all the exhibitors, and it was an absolute pleasure to judge these cattle today. And thanks once again for the invite. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Kurt. And on behalf of the RNA, I'd like to thank you very much for your informative comments here this morning. We also have from the Murray Grey Society a presentation for you this morning. It's as everybody's commenting, it's quite a warm day to be striding around out the back there. So thank you very much for your attendance, ladies and gentlemen, and that concludes the Murray Grey. And I'm also reminded that as we have another presentation and a big welcome to some of the showgirls. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and shortly we'll be commencing the judging of the Fleckvieh. If exhibitors could please advise stewards at the back of any withdrawals in any classes, that makes our job very much easier. I can't see a lot of Fleckvieghs here. Are they? Are they? Oh, great. Yep. Bloody worth bottling, mate. So, Butler, PJ?
How's it going?
Oh, right. No, I'm just saying, it's Butler. I'm trying to get.
Oh yes, sorry,
Butler.
yes, Butler's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if I just introduce you from a fifth generation cattle operation in South Australia.
In South Africa.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that to you.
You can. I mean, I'll go with it. I've been called worse. Yeah.
So do you want me to add any more at this time?
That's good.
No, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a bio. That I could text.
No.
No. Then so you organise.
But,
you don't need to.
So much, just wanted to find out how much you'd like comment on.
No. I prefer being handled and told what to do.
Oh, I don't. You haven't come to the right place for that. Okay, we'll see if we can get a class out there pretty soon. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the Fleckvieh judging for 2023, and we will be commencing as soon as possible with the junior heifer, which will be class 160. Now, we have catalogue numbers 392 to 398. If there are any withdrawals in that class, would you please advise the stewards at the back? Our judge this morning is PJ Butler. He's a fifth generation cattle operation in South Africa, and clearly has extensive knowledge of quite a few different cattle breeds. Ladies and gentlemen, please be aware that we have a skin cancer booth at the back, skin check at the booth, and it's a free service. And today and yesterday are a great reminder of the fact that all of us have to be aware of these issues. So just behind our judging booth. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to commence the judging of the Fleckviehs. Junior heifer is the first class, and that's class 160, heifer 8 months and under 16 months, and we require you in the ring immediately. We have catalogue numbers 392 to 398. If your exhibits are not ready to be paraded, please let the stewards know. Exhibitors, we require your entries in class 160, heifer 8 months and under 16 months, lined up at the edge of the judging arena ready to go. So that's catalogue numbers 392 to 398, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 115, held between 30 months and under 42 months. First is catalogue number 517. The Caravan Barley, exhibited by the Cattle and Cattle Company and Roma of Fleckvieh. Judged to the Service Judge Holly, and Holly brings out our Senior Championship, which is where we're really shown now. Senior Champion Heritage Bull, the 2010 World Competition.
Let's have these junior heifers parading, please, commencing with catalogue number 392 right away.
We have still having the tent here. Some of the trophies for the Murray Greys for the champion bull and champion cow. So if you still want to collect trophies, please come up to the tent, please. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 160, which is the Fleckvieh heifer, 8 months and under 16 months. First, catalogue number 398, Delelvin this time, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. Second, catalogue number 392, Trinity Vale Total Eclipse, exhibited by Trevor and Barbara Anderson and Evans. Third is catalogue number 396, MKR Trinity, exhibited by MKR Simmental Fleckvieh. And fourth is catalogue number 397, Delelvin Time Will Tell, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. And our judge, Mr. P.J. Budler, will now comment on the class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and firstly thank you to the Fleckvieh Society and to the Ekka for inviting me to be a part of your event today. I'm very excited to sort through your cattle, and if the first class is any indication of what we're going to be seeing, I think we're going to have a lot of quality and depth in these classes today. I'm first going to share three basic philosophies of what I'll be looking for throughout the show today, and then we'll describe these cattle briefly individually. I'm going to be looking for cattle that can eat, walk, and reproduce. And then secondly, I'll be focusing on the four most important economic traits in a cattle operation. So those are adaptability, fertility, functional efficiency, and longevity. You'll notice I didn't mention milk or muscle or growth or marbling. As important as those traits are, they're irrelevant if we don't first lay the foundation with those aforementioned fundamental traits. And then I believe that quality cattle come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. So it's easy to make big ones and little ones. It's easy to make polled ones and horned ones. And it's easy to make red ones and white ones and black ones. The art of breeding lies in making good cattle. And my job today is to tell you what I think a good one is. And your job as exhibitors and breeders is to decide whether my good one fits your objectives and your resources, and most importantly, your environment. The heifer that wins Class 1, if we can ask her to come around, this is an extremely good female. She is balanced. She's got femininity and maternal attributes in her skull, neck, and shoulder. She's massive in her center body, and she's got more than enough muscle for a female. She's also sound and athletic on her feet and legs with flexible joints. She's got some base width and chest floor. Just a tremendous feminine, maternal, Simmental Fleckvieh female. Our second place female is similar in type and kind. She's big ribbed, she's soft and deep flanked, a lot of muscle over her top, hip and rump, and she's also feminine through her neck, head and shoulder. She doesn't quite have the foot quality of our first place female, not quite the base width or the softness of flank. Our third place female is there because she's feminine and ladylike. She's really sweet through her neck and head and shoulder. She's got some rib shape to her and depth of body. Now, she's not quite as wide-based or powerful or growthy as the two ahead of her, but she's more feminine than the fourth place female, and that's why I've got her in third. In fourth, you just love the power and performance of this female. She's deep and thick and long, but I'd like her to be slightly more feminine through her neck, head and shoulder for her to stand higher. Following her is the high-growth tall heifer, really tall-fronted. She's long-bodied. She's good in her skeleton as well, but she's a little high maintenance for me. Her energy requirements would be slightly higher. I'd like to soften her in her center body, maybe drop her down in her flank. The two heifers that close off the class are very similar in type and kind. I appreciate their moderate frame and femininity. They're just not quite as balanced and athletic on the move. I'd like to give them a little bit more softness and flexibility in their joints, slightly better angle in their spines and through their shoulders. Really good class of cattle. Congratulations to all 7 exhibitors.
Thank you, PJ, for those comments. And ladies and gentlemen, the heifers were sashed by Ivy McGuffick from Cooma, New South Wales, and a New South Wales showgirl. We move now to class 161, which is a Gelve heifer, 16 months and under 22 and under 20 months, and catalogue numbers 399 and 400 to parade, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 161, which is the Fleckvieh heifer, 16 months and under 20 months. And first is catalogue number 399, Denmeyer Tiffany, exhibited by Stone Ridge Livestock. And second is catalogue number 400, Hurlo Park Twilight, exhibited by Chris and Ashley Licklinger. Apologies for the pronunciation. Our judge, PJ Budler, will now comment on these heifers.
I really like our class winner in Class 2 of the Fleckvieh females, if she can just move around. This is an exceptional female. She's maternal, she's massive, she has muscle, she's sound on her feet and legs. Tremendous breed character in this female too. I like that extra rib shape she's got enough softness to her, and she's really sound on good feet and legs. Nice angle on her shoulder. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the junior champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer, and we'll have catalogue numbers 398 and 399 parading. And would the second place getter behind one of these heifers please stand by in case you're required for the judging of the reserve champion. It's turned on now.
This has been a very competitive first division of Simmental Fleckvieh heifers. If everyone around the ring can just give both these exhibitors a big round of applause for the quality they've brought us and the way they've presented it. Through the show today, we're going to be looking for balanced cattle, and for me, balance is three things. The first thing is it's a physiological balance where all the body parts fit together appropriately. And then it's a balance between true muscle shape and tone, which is the product that we produce, and then that fleshing ability or high inherent body condition, the fat that produces that product or the energy that drives that product. And then thirdly, it's hormonal balance. We want females that are feminine and ladylike, and then bulls later on when we get to the males that are masculine with some punch to them. These are two very evenly matched cattle. They're both very sound on their feet and legs. They are tremendously well-balanced cattle. The older of the two females, for me, I probably prefer in her hair quality and hair type. She's just that much more feminine and maternal through her shoulder, neck, and head. And a female that I probably prefer over a rump and tail setting. So our junior champion is going to be 399, the older of the two females. If we can pull her forward and give her a big round of applause. For reserve junior champion, I think the younger of the two females, I prefer her for angle on her shoulder, the way the neck comes out the top side of her shoulder. She's got a bit more reach and angle and flexibility at her knee and as she moves out of that shoulder. Older of the two females, I love that substance that she's got, that extra rib shape and muscle. I'd like to add a little bit of eye pigmentation to this female. I think on days like today and as it warms up through the summer, that becomes essential. But she's a really good Simmental Fleckvieh heifer. Today, though, the younger of the two is going to be our reserve junior champion. Just that more structural integrity. Congratulations.
Thank you, PJ. And so therefore the champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer for 2023 is catalogue number 399, Denmeyer Tiffany, exhibited by Stone Ridge Livestock. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 398, Delelvin, this time exhibited by Robert Maxwell. The heifers are being sashed here this morning by Ivy McGuffick from Cooma, New South Wales, representing New South Wales Showgirls. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the first of the bull classes, and that's Fleckvieh Junior Bull in class 162, which is bull 8 months and under 16 months. And we should have catalogue numbers 401 to 405 parading. Thank you. In class 162, catalogue number 401 weighs 482 kgs with a daily gain of 1.47 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 5 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 91 square centimetres. Catalogue 402 weighs 494 kgs with a daily gain of 1.34 kilos, rib and P8 measurements of 6 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 95 square centimetres. Catalogue 403 weighs 550 kgs with a daily gain of 1.139, rib and P8 measurements, or P8 and rib measurements rather, of 5 and 4 millimetres, and eye muscle area of 98 square centimetres. Catalogue 404 weighs 460 kgs with a daily gain of 1.07, P8 and rib fat measurements of 5 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 84 square centimetres. And catalogue 405 weighs 584 kgs with a daily gain of 1.19, P8 and rib measurements of 5 and 4 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 102 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 162, which is Fleckvieh Bull, 8 months and under 16 months. First, catalogue number 405, Stone Ridge, Tallahassee, exhibited by Stone Ridge Livestock. Second is catalogue number 401, Delelvin T-Rex, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. Third is catalogue number 402, Delelvin Time Zone, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. And fourth is catalogue number 403, Wandinia Danmar Tungsten, exhibited by Genetrade Proprietary Limited. Our judge, Mr. PJ Bodler, will now comment on these bulls.
This is a really nice way to transition into the junior bull division with a first place winner that you just love for that character and masculinity he's got in his head and neck. He's already showing us some testosterone flow through his veins. He's got a prominent neck vein, a lot of muscle shape and tone. He's big over his ribeye and loin and rump. So he's a tremendous carcass bull. A bull that's good through the angle of his shoulder and the way the neck comes out the top of his shoulders. He's a tall-fronted bull. Now, he's not quite as soft-middled as maybe the two bulls behind him, but I think in terms of structure, the way he gets around is adequate in his testicle size and shape. I'd like to change his hind feet shape slightly, but he's adequate there too. Just a good bull with a big future. Our second place bull is slightly more moderate. I like his maturity pattern. He's already showing us some masculinity at this young age. He's big in his rib cage, he's soft in his flank. I'd like to change the angle of his shoulder though. He gets a little round and bold in his shoulder. I'd like to see that shoulder lay back into his rib cage a little smoother, just to improve his locomotion. Third place bull's a very similar type and kind of bull. He's maybe not quite got the quality of sheath as the bull ahead of him, and not quite as comfortable and flexible on those hind legs as the bull ahead of him. But I love that maturity pattern that the bull's got. I like that extra rib shape and ease of fleshing that he's got. Tremendous testicle size, shape and suspension for his age. Fourth place, a different type of bull. Slightly later maturing. He's going to be a big, tall bull, tremendous length of body, but he gets a bit narrow through his chest floor and at his base. Not quite that natural rib shape or muscle over his top that the three ahead of him have got. And then in fifth place, we close off with a bull that you like for the cleanliness of lines that he's got. I'd like to see him slightly more mature at this age with a bit more testicle size and shape, a little bit more neck and head expression. But I think as he grows, he's going to improve, and the best days are ahead of this bull because of the way he's structured and that slightly later maturity pattern. Good set of bulls. Congratulations.
Thank you, PJ. We move now to class 163, which is a Fleckvieh bull, 16 months and under 20 months. And we'll have catalogue numbers 406 and 407 parading, please. Catalogue number 406 weighs 590 kgs with a daily gain of 1.16, P8 and rib fat measurements of 4 and 3 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 98 square centimetres, and catalogue number 407 weighs 826 kgs with a daily gain of 1.34, P8 and rib measurements of 8 and 6 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 136 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of class 163, which is the Fleckvieh bull, 16 months and under 20 months. First, catalogue number 407, Trinity Vale Standing Ovation, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And second is catalogue number 406, Wandinia Truman, exhibited by Genetrade Proprietary Limited. And our judge will now comment on these bulls.
I really like our class winner here. I think he has a true beef bull. There's a lot of muscle and middle in this bull. He's masculine through his neck and head. Tremendous testicle size, shape and suspension for his age. Good angle on that shoulder. He's a free moving bull. You could power him up in the hind leg a little bit just to give him a bit more flexibility and just a little more athleticism in his hind leg. But he's got good foot shape, he's got good base width and chest floor to him, and he's got width right through from his jaw and muzzle all the way through to his width between his pin bones. Outstanding young bull, congratulations. Second place bull might be the best moving bull we've seen all day. He's long in his spine and relaxed in his spine, and he holds it up really well as he moves. He reaches well out of his shoulder and follows with a really good hind leg. A bull that just needs more of him. He just needs a little bit more rib shape, a bit more base width and chest floor. It's more of him. He just needs a little bit more rib shape, a bit more base width and chest floor, just a bit more volume and muscle, but really well put together. There's structural integrity on this bull. We've just got to build some beef onto him now. Two good bulls. Congratulations.
Thank you, PJ. The next class to be judged is for the champion Fleckvieh bull, and that's junior champion, with catalogue numbers 405 and 407 parading. And please note, the second place getters in each of these classes need to stand by for the judging of the reserve champion.
Our junior Fleckvieh bull division had some numbers and some quality. These two bulls had to work hard to get to the sharp end of this division. So let's put our hands together and congratulate them on this very good achievement. Both these bulls are masculine, they're massive, they have muscle. These bulls are sound enough on their feet and legs with good enough testicle size and shape. The older of the two bulls just shows us a little bit more in terms of high inherent body condition. He's easier fleshing, he's deeper flanked, he's bigger ribbed. A bull that I think is a great herd bull prospect that can be used to add value to Fleckvieh herds across the country and the world. Great bull. Congratulations. He'll be our junior champion.
Can we have catalogue number 406 in, please, for the judging of the reserve champion bull, reserve champion junior bull?
For reserve junior champion, we've got two bulls that are extremely similar in type and kind. They're long-bodied bulls, they're free-moving bulls. The younger of the two bulls, though, is more expressive in his rib shape. He's heavier muscled, he's deeper in his flank. There's a bit more chest floor and base width to him. And I think there's just that much more power and product in that bull. So that younger of the two bulls is going to be reserve junior. Congratulations to our exhibitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion junior Fleckvieh bull for 2023 is catalogue number 407, Trinity Vale Standing Ovation, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 405, Stone Ridge Tallassee, exhibited by Stone Ridge Livestock. And The bulls are being sashed here this morning by Ivy McGuffick from Cooma, New South Wales Showgirls. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the senior Fleckvieh cow or heifer for 2023, and beginning with class 164, which is a cow or heifer 20 months and under 30 months, and we should have catalogue numbers 408 to 410 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention again to the skin check booth at the rear of our judging booth here today. It's a free service and a very good opportunity to be ready for summer. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Class 164 cow or heifer 20 months and under 30 months is catalogue number 410, Trinity Vale Sprite, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And second is catalogue number 408, Hurlo Park Cinnamon, exhibited by Chris and Ashley Eckinger. And third is MKR Sophie AU 5030, exhibited by MKR Simmental Fleckvieh. And our judge, Mr. PJ Budler, will now comment on these heifers.
I think we've got three very useful heifers here. The class winner for me is just more genuine in her skeletal width. She's really wide-based when she moves away from me. She's flexible in those hind legs, and she's soft and cushioned in those pasterns. Really athletic out of her shoulder too. When you get on top of her, you're really impressed with how expressive she is in her rib cage, how much muscle she has over her top hip and rump, and how expressive she is in her stifle, despite the fact that she's extremely refined and feminine through her neck, head and shoulder. So a beautifully balanced female. There's some natural rib shape there, and I think she's going to make a tremendous cow. I love the second place female too. I like that extra softness over her rib cage. I like that depth of flank that she possesses, and I like that extra skin that she's got through her throat latch and dewlap, just for some extra heat tolerance. She hasn't quite got the hair quality of the heifer in first, and she gets a little more narrow at her base as she moves away from me. I like her teat size and placement. I think that's also going to be a tremendous cow. Would love to just give her one more red eye for eye pigmentation purposes. The third place female, moderate framed. I like the natural muscle shape she's got, but she's still sharp fronted. She's nice and flat necked. Also got some extra skin to her. She's not quite as smooth and athletic through her shoulder as she moves, and that's the big separation point between those three females. Gets a little cylindrical through her center body too, so I'd like to drop her in her center rib and flank, but a very useful female with a lot of product in her, and she's industry appropriate in her frame size, and as I project her to become a mature cow too. Three good animals. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you, PJ. We now move to class 165, which is a Fleckvieh cow, 30 months and under 60 months, and we'll have catalogue numbers 411 and 413 to parade. Catalogue number 412 has been withdrawn. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Class 165, which is the Fleckvieh cow, 30 months and under 60 months, is catalogue number 411, Trinity Vale Razzmatazz, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And second is catalogue number 413, Tennis Vale Ruth, exhibited by MKR Simmental Fleckvieh. And our judge, PJ Budler, will now comment on these cows.
So when phenotypically evaluating fertility, you look for two things. The one is hormonal balance and the second one is high inherent body condition, and those two things put together equal fertility. And that's what we've got in this first female. She's so easy fleshing, she's deep flanked, but she's still feminine and ladylike through her neck and head and shoulder. There's a lot of substance to this female, but there's no coarseness. She's clean in her joints and bone. She's very athletic on the move. She's strong over her top. There's more than enough muscle for a female. But like I said before, everything about her is refined. The evidence of milk flow is evident in this calf. She's doing a tremendous job on her bull calf. Good teat size and placement, a level enough udder floor, and good fore-udder attachment. I'd like to maybe tighten that udder up a little bit in terms of its suspension, just get it a little bit above the hocks, but that's an outstanding Simmental Fleckvieh cow doing a great job on her bull calf. Congratulations. I like the second place cow too. I really like the length of body. She's extremely maternal. Good udder on her too. I prefer the udder suspension on this female. I like that median suspensory ligament there. This is a true milking udder, also doing a good job on her bull calf. She's just a little higher maintenance. She's not as soft through her rib cage, not as deep in her flank, but a tremendous dual purpose type Simmental Fleckvieh. Two good females. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the senior champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer. And we have catalogue numbers 410 and 411 parading. And I also ask for the judging of the reserve senior champion, that second place getters in each of those previous classes stand by in case they're required for the judging of the reserve champion.
There's a lot of quality in this ring, and both these exhibitors deserve a big round of applause. Let's congratulate them on being able to put together that maternal mass and muscle we're looking for, the soundness in terms of feet and legs, the natural dimension. They're three-dimensional cattle, these, but like I said in the two classes before, there's no coarseness. These are good, refined, feminine females, but they've got all that center body and just enough muscling for a female as well. I think the cow-calf pair for me is just the performance in that calf and the tremendous quality in that cow. She's industry appropriate. She can work in any environment. She's got good tropically adapted skin, and a female that, like I said before, she combines high inherent body condition with hormonal balance, so there's fertility baked into that cow as well. For reserve, I'm going to go with the young heifer. If she can come into reserve, I think she's just got that much more softness through her center body and flank than the older female. And she's got that extra base width as she moves away from me, and that extra athleticism that she possesses is something that you have to appreciate. Two outstanding females, a great division of cattle. Congratulations.
Thank you, PJ. So we have the senior champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer is catalogue number 411, Trinity Vale Razzmatazz, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 410, Trinity Vale Sprite, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. Senior champion, grand champion, 411. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on shortly to the judging of the grand champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer for 2023, and we'll have catalogue numbers 399 and 411 to parade, please.
This is our Grand Champion Fleckvieh female class, and I'll have a few comments about these females and then select your champion in reserve. But let's give them a round of applause first and congratulate them on making it to this part of the competition. There's been plenty to fight against and to fight for, and I'm really happy with the quality and the consistency that's come through to the top. The Simmental Fleckvieh family of breeds around the world is about as diverse a family of breeds as any breed of cattle, but they're also the most numerous breed of cattle in the world, and they differ from continent to continent, and their utility changes from out and out beef cattle to dairy cattle. So the variation in this breed is quite extraordinary. There are a lot of places to go when you're trying to add different traits or improve certain traits within the breed. What I like about the cattle that have ended up here is these are cattle that can work in a variety of different environments. They're cattle that are appropriate in terms of their easy fleshing ability and their foot and leg structure, their skeletal integrity, and that we haven't given up any femininity, but we've still got enough muscle and mass in these cattle. They are sound-footed, good athletic cattle. Today, though, I'm going to go with what I think is a prototype Simmental Fleckvieh female that shows what these cattle can do in extensive conditions in the southern hemisphere, and that's that cow and calf. They're going to be our grand champion. I think this is an outstanding set of beef cattle. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand champion Fleckvieh cow or heifer for 2023 is catalogue number 411, which is Trinity Vale Razzmatazz, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. Now, the grand champion receives the Elders Shield of Excellence, which is provided for all breeds here during the judging, and the RNA is most appreciative of the continued support of RNA of elders for RNA in the beef cattle judging. So that's being presented here by Eliza Connor from Elders Stud Stock Rockhampton today. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the senior Fleckvieh champion, or senior Fleckvieh bulls rather. And we begin with class 166, which is a bull 20 months and under 30 months. And we'll have catalogue numbers 415 and 416 to parade, please. You'll note that catalogue number 414 has been withdrawn. Catalogue number 415 weighs 712 kgs with a daily gain of 1.03 and P8 and rib measurements of 6 and 5 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 113 square centimetres. And catalogue number 416 weighs 1,020 kilos with a daily gain of 1.40 kilograms, P8 and rib measurements of 10 and 7 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 145 square centimetres. The result of class 166, which is Fleckvieh bull 20 months and under 30 months. First is catalogue number 416, Delvin Standby, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. And second is catalogue number 415, Trinidad Sinatra, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And our judge, PJ Butler, will now comment on these bulls.
Our class winner is the masculine bull in the class. He's the massive and the muscular bull in the class. Tremendous rib shape too, and he really transitions well from his shoulder back into that forerib. Good foot shape on his front feet. I'd like to see him a little more flexible and cushioned in those rear pasterns just to give him more power in that hind leg. You'd love the testicle size and shape in this bull, the natural width that he's got. Just a real beef bull, full of muscle, full of mass, and a lot of center body dimension. Second place bull is more athletic. He uses that hind leg better, and he's got some muscle shape and tone to him, but he's a little juvenile in terms of his masculinity and his maturity pattern. I'd like to see a little bit more punch in his head, neck, and shoulder, a little more rib shape to compete with the bull that wins the class.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have class 167 in the ring, which is Fleckvieh bull, 30 months and under 42 months, with catalogue number 417 parading. The bull weighs 946 kgs with a daily gain of 0.96 kilos, P8 and rib fat measurements of 7 millimetres apiece, and eye muscle area of 142 square centimetres.
Yep, I'll say a few words once they've sashed him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 167, which is a Gelve bull 30 months and under 42 months, catalogue number 417, Trinity Vale Radar Love, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans, and our judge, PJ Budler, will now comment on the bull.
Really nice single entry bull, and relative to his frame, he's incredibly long bodied, which is important in our industry for weight purposes and carcass purposes. He's also got some rib shape and nice muscle shape to him. I'd like to maybe get him a little more correct in his hind legs and make him slightly more athletic and powerful in that hind leg, and give him a bit more shape to those testicles to make him perfect. But great utility in this bull, and really appropriate in his type and kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the judging of the senior champion Fleckvieh bull for 2023, with catalogue numbers 416 and 417 to parade, please. The second place getter in class 166 should stand by in case they're required. That's for the judging of the reserve champion.
There's a tremendous amount of muscle and mass and power in this class. Let's give both these exhibitors a big round of applause before we select our senior champion. The senior champion bull is going to be one that's just more three-dimensional, a bit more testicle size and shape to him. A bull that's just so wide through his chest floor but still smooth enough through his shoulder. We commented in class that we could give him a bit more flexibility in those lower joints, but just an exceptional beef bull. That'll be our younger of the two. He'll be our senior champion. Congratulations.
Can we have catalogue number 415 into the ring? And that's for the judging of the reserve senior champion Fleckvieh bull. 6.
For reserve senior champion, we're going to go with the older of the two bulls. There's just that much more masculinity and mass and muscle in this bull, more natural rib shape through his center body. Two extremely powerful bulls for champion and reserve. Congratulations again to both exhibitors.
Thank you, PJ. So the senior champion Fleckvieh bull for 2023 is catalogue number 416. Delvin Standby, exhibited by Robert Maxwell. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 417, Trinity Vale Radar Love, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the judging of the Grand Champion Fleckvieh Bull for 2023, and we'll have catalogue numbers 407 and 416 parading.
We've had a very competitive Fleckvieh show today, and we had outstanding females, which is always expected. But I think we've come out with some really, really impressive bulls too in contention for Grand Champion Bull. Thank you again to the Ekka and to the Fleckvieh Society for allowing me to share my opinion with you today. I've had a tremendous time working through your cattle, and earlier today I said I was going to look for cattle that can eat, walk and reproduce, and we spoke about balance, and we spoke about these industry appropriate traits and what drives a profit in a cattle operation. And I think the bull that's going to win today does all of that. He's a bull that has got a tremendous jaw and muzzle on him. He's good on his feet and legs. He's got mass and muscle, good testicle size and shape. He's appropriate in his maturity pattern and his mature size. A bull that has muscle but is also easy fleshing. Our junior champion bull is going to be our grand champion bull. Just a really, really good type of Simmental Fleckvieh. Congratulations.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Fleckvieh Bull for 2023 is catalogue number 407, which is Trinity Vale Standing Ovation, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And the Grand Champion receives the RNA sash, and the elders shield, presented here today by Eliza Connor from Elders Stud Stock Rockhampton. And the RNA is most appreciative of the ongoing support of Elders for with these shields of excellence for every breed here for many years. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the groups for Fleckvieh for 2023 and commence with Class 168, which is a pair of bulls, 8 months and under 24, bred and owned by the exhibitor, and they must have been entered in the general classes. And we have catalogue numbers 418 and 419 parading. Thank you. Six. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 168, which is a pair of Fleckvieh bulls, 8 months and under 24 months, bred and owned by the exhibitor. First is catalogue number 419, exhibited by Genetrade Proprietary Limited. And second is catalogue number 418, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And our judge, Mr. PJ Butler, will now comment on these bulls.
In our group classes, we look for a uniformity of type and then a uniformity of quality. And I think the pair of bulls that wins this class are so similar in type and kind and match each other in quality and maturity pattern. They're two bulls that are good in their skeletons and clean line bulls, bulls that have got some muscle and mass to them, and that's why I've put them on top of this class. Our second place group of bulls are two very good bulls individually. They just don't match each other in terms of type and kind and maturity pattern, and that's why we've got them in second. They're two individuals that don't quite pair up as well as the first group does.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to Class 169, which is the Fleckvieh Breeders Group, and that comprises 3 animals with both sexes to be represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor, and all animals entered into the general classes. And we should have catalogue numbers 420 and 421 to parade. What was that? So, four, two, one. So, is that 4-2-1 first?
Yeah.
PJ? Yep. 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 169, which is the Fleckvieh Breeders Group, comprising 3 animals with both sexes represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor. And first is catalogue number 421, exhibited by Genetrade Proprietary Limited. And second is catalogue number 420, exhibited by Trevor and Barb Anderson and Evans. And our judge, PJ Butler, will now comment on this class.
So, similar story to our previous group class. Our first place winners just match each other so well. They're all long-bodied cattle that are easy moving with good feet and legs. Cattle that you would maybe like to add a little bit of rib shape and softness to, but they really match each other in terms of maturity pattern and type and kind. Our second group, clearly based on the judging earlier, I absolutely love the cow and bull. And then the third bull just drops them in terms of structural integrity and balance, and that's why they've slipped into second place. But 2 very powerful groups, just one group that really matches each other well, and one that is 3 individuals that don't quite come together as well as the first group. Thank you again, outstanding show of Fleckvieh cattle, and looking forward to seeing them back in the ring later.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Fleckvieh judging for 2023. First of all, I'd like to thank our judge, PJ Butler, for his informative comments during the morning. I'd like particularly to thank the Fleckvieh exhibitors for their assistance and cooperation here this morning. Thanks very much to the stewards who've helped to marshal the cattle out the back and get them into the ring for us all. And as well, I'd like to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance here today. So that concludes the Fleckvieh judging for 2023.